Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we're getting back to Death Note. This is season 1, episode 21. Oh, we are so leveled up at this point. I cannot wait to see what happens.
Yeah, this cat and mouse game, I mean, it's on pause right now because Hell doesn't remember doing it and everything else. So I'm definitely, I'm so definitely ready, willing, and able to see it continue.
Yeah, the story has taken a couple of twists, then another twist, and then another twist, and here we are, things heating up again. Our boys at the Yotsuba group, they want to find out what's going on and who's got eyes on them. So I'm excited.
All right,
to see how
without further ado, then let's go. Hey, Steve, can I get a water?
Coming right up. Got a fresh pack right down here. Oh, my back. Oh.
Uh-oh. Looks like Steve's back just called it quits.
Some help would be good right about now.
Yeah, you're gonna need some help with that, Steve. Your injury could be worth millions. You should consider calling Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm,
With more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you if you become their client.
but Steve's worried. He doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees.
Worry no more. Morgan & Morgan will fight for every penny you deserve. And guess what? The fee is absolutely free, unless you win. But Steve doesn't want to sue his boss, even though he hasn't gotten his surgery bills covered in the last 6 months. Steve, when you sue for an injury, you're not suing your boss. You're suing the insurance company. So if you've been a victim in a workplace injury or any other personal injury, you can hit the link in the description to get Morgan & Morgan to fight for you. Steve did, and now he's back in the game.
Oh, they went hard this season with that intro.
Oh yeah.
My drumming I'm really disappointed myself, actually, how much I missed that intro. I went for multiple and... chasing
Oh
the
yeah, he's
apple. I
chasing
love
after
it.
the apple.
Gosh, I wonder if Light's gonna go like multiple episodes before he gets the Death Note back. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
This is aggressive. Wow. Performance.
I thought we were supposed to be meeting every other week. He says that Misa Amani might know L. Amani worships Kira. Yoshida Productions is trying to promote Amani as the new face of Yotsuba.
It seems like a perfectly good...
That guy.
It doesn't make sense for him to leave all the hard work to us, in my opinion.
Illogical.
I thought we agreed before that you'd only call me if it was urgent. I understand. I think I have an even better idea.
I have to come home to punish criminals. But things sure have become more interesting lately. Pretty clear that Misa Amani was the second Kira.
Oh.
Yep.
The only way she could have gotten out of that situation
They're
is by
still
forfeiting
not-
ownership of her.
Completely revealing this guy.
Oh, look at that.
I'm going to make Misa Amani my wife.
Oh.
What?
I'll just invest a large lump sum in her life insurance.
She would never marry such a disgusting fool.
Wow.
Make sure you hide the notebook in the usual place.
Rem's not gonna like that.
This is the only thing I can do.
Oh.
Is it true you once said that you came to Tokyo in order to meet Kira?
Whap.
Oh, so great,
If you don't
director.
get serious about this, I'll kick you.
You're not smiling enough, Mochi.
Misa!
What is it, Mochi? You're gonna play the character of the hyper-energetic manager, okay?
Right!
He almost... Oh, man.
I'm Misa's manager, Kenichi Moji.
Way to go, Mochi. You're a natural.
We've been talking about it, and we've pretty much decided to hire you already.
Pretty much.
Isn't it true that you came to Tokyo in hopes of finding and meeting Kira?
What?
Who did you hear that from?
The look in your face tells me that these are the facts.
Well, she's doing her job.
It seems you were detained by the Detective L. It would be a problem if the new face of Yotsuba turned out to be Kira.
That'd be a small problem.
Yeah.
I'll tell you everything.
She's been trained up on this real good.
I was released because he realized I didn't have anything to do with Kira after all.
She's crushing it.
What the hell is this anyway? A job interview or a police interrogation?
Yeah.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Would you mind if I went to the bathroom as well? I just have to keep it up.
Uh-oh.
Being touched by this scrap of paper alone will not restore.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Calm down and listen to me. I'm your ally.
My ally.
I love how the arms look like spine.
Before I was detained and the one that surfaced afterwards, they must be two different people.
Oh.
Those who sincerely regretted their crimes, the original Kira would have never punished those kinds of...
You sure about that?
Yeah, until you had that power.
Yep.
It's disturbingly close to my ideals. What the hell am I thinking? I'm not Kira.
Yagami is Kira. Tell me, what is light doing at...
What? I can't believe she just told him that light is Kira.
I mean, I can tell you're not a stalker, but
I am a Shinigami. You and I worked closely together. The Death Note.
Here we go.
Light Yagami took it upon himself to punish criminals using that notebook. You also possess that same power. Your ability was even greater than his.
Need the name.
You could see.
Do you still love Light enough to die for him?
unbelievable. You already know everything about me.
Well, do you?
I do love him.
There we go.
You haven't changed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shinigami.
It's Rem. Trust Light.
I guess I should just act normal in the meantime, though.
You will be able to see for yourself who the real Kira is.
I think it's our guy that went to the bathroom.
I was just fixing up my makeup a little.
The man sitting in front of me will be Kira.
Don't give us to be continued. Yep, that's what I thought.
Higuchi's Kira?
Second writing of the death between gods and death is no problem.
Goosebumps there on that one?
Goosebumps.
Hey! I'm exhausted.
Yotsuba agreed to hire Misa on as their spokesperson for the new ad campaign.
Would you believe 3 out of 7 guys already messaged me asking for a private date?
They all work together.
Exactly as I planned.
No, the plan's getting canceled right now. You'll be in danger.
If that's what you want, Light, then that's what I'll do. I'm gonna be useful to you. Wanna come sleep with me tonight? You're saving it for after we catch Kira, right? You don't have to be shy about it.
Yes, Light. There's no need to be shy.
I'm not being shy.
You're cuffed to me.
Can you take me to the restroom in that hospital?
No problem!
No.
Going incognito?
Well, she has to.
Lisa, you actually made it.
Oh boy, what's going on here?
The old switcheroo.
Loving that nurse's outfit, Misa.
That took a while. Where's Misa?
She's on a date.
You gotta be kidding!
Well,
Oh boy. We're in it now.
it's all right. It's all right. She's got a plan.
I love how big her eyes are. It's just like...
Rose not wondering why she's in a nurse's outfit?
He's Kira. It can't get any worse than that. Are you planning to take me somewhere and do pervy things? That's okay. I'll be fine since I can kill people.
Just
What are you saying,
throwing
Misa?
that out there.
Is this part of Light Yagami's plan?
No.
Jeez.
You can kill people?
It's true, because I'm the second Kira.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
There's no way she still is. She's not supposed to have any memory of it either.
Oh, boy.
I'll only prove that I'm the second Kira to the real Kira. I'd show him because it's always been my dream to become Kira's wife.
If that's the case, I need to make sure I keep this girl by my side.
He wants the power.
Brand new cat and mouse game.
Does that mean you'll marry
Oh,
me?
there we go.
If I thought someone was Kira, I think I'd be willing to show them.
Then why don't you kill someone?
But I only kill bad people, okay?
Bad person, huh?
One of my colleagues is a bad person.
This even makes people pay with their insurance money.
Could you turn around for just a sec?
Does she have that little tiny piece?
Yeah.
Very well.
He should be dead by now.
Yeah. Isn't he gonna wonder though how she's able to do it without a death note?
Killed him.
Well, because remember, all you
Same
need
guy
is the
I chose
paper.
just
You
a
don't
minute
need the
ago.
whole notebook.
Yeah.
So she can have any notebook paper and say it is. It's decided.
Oh.
If I'm Kira, you'll marry me.
You're just making all this up so you have an excuse to take me to your place. Why don't you stop killing the criminals on TV? You can start killing again.
His face.
Jeez.
I see what you mean. That's a good idea.
So in order to make you
Oh,
trust,
there we go.
you and I can get married.
The hell is-
Higuchi is Kira!
That's amazing, Misa Misa.
Oh, there's the to be continued.
Was I wrong about, well, I guess, I mean, we didn't get Light.
Okay, you're all right over there.
I thought maybe we were going to go a while now before things progressed with Light and, you know, the whole tracking down of who's Kira now and getting Rem involved. And it all happened in this episode. It was like, it's like Misa just decided to take control of the show and say, nope, we're doing this right now. I'm laying everything out. I'm going to handle it from here.
Misa's like, I'm taking over.
She took over this episode and did like, I don't know how many months of police work in a couple of hours. Basically all it took. Now, granted, she had a little bit of help from Rem, which was very interesting. And the thing that threw me a little bit is like you answer, I thought maybe she had the little scrap of paper and she was going to try to write it on there, but she just said it and Rem was the one who actually did it. So that was a little twist I didn't see coming. I thought Misa was going to have to do it herself. But yeah, she just decided to blow the whole thing open, which is going to be interesting now because is she going to tell Light what she knows?
Yeah, that's the next
Or
step.
is she going to wait, or maybe she's going to wait until after, till they, you know, lock up their guy. They got who they need. All right, case closed. Everybody go their own way, and then she can tell Light, and maybe they go back to what they were doing before. I mean, who knows? At this point, I'm just going to sit here and be entertained because I think that's the best way to take in a show like this, but sometimes you can't help but speculate. But yeah, this was a wild episode that, you know, the way things were starting off, I just didn't expect us to end up where we did. So bravo for this episode.
Another one. Oh, just a great episode. Where Misa like showing her worth again, because like remember they keep saying, no, you're an entertainer. We don't want to put you in harm's way. She said, nah. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get all the police work done in a, 22-minute episode of a show, but like basically in a night. Like, because right away after she passed, you know, their interview, she even said she had like 3 of the 7 had already like asked for private, you know, hangouts with her. And they're like, no, stop it. We have to be safe.
Yeah.
This isn't part of the plan. But yet Rem though too keeps wondering, well, if this is part of Light's plan, I know that he doesn't want anything to happen to her and all this other stuff, basically because of what Rem and Light talked about. Because obviously she said, if anything happens to her, I'm coming for you.
Yep.
And so like that was a great twist on it, and you saw how much Rem really does care for Misa, like even bringing her the death note. Now we learned as well, doesn't give you all the
you don't get
information right
everything
away.
back. Yep.
So that was really then interesting, showing as Light is doing research, saying, there's got to be a different Kira. He's taking people out differently than I would have done. Granted, he got a little bit more than what he was letting on to himself there. Well, we all saw.
A little, we saw.
We saw him get into the worst of the worst. So we saw that before. So now, you know, it's funny that he's like going, no, it can't be me. I couldn't have been the original Kira. but we have the same morals and the same this.
And
It's
if
like,
I
can
was
see
going to do it,
I could do it, you know? So, like, for me, I can't wait to get back for him getting the Death Note back to see what he then thinks about the second Kira and himself after learning it all over again. But with this one, yeah, Misa, again, MVP of this show, going undercover with her friend at the hospital. Yeah. Well, why wouldn't he suspect her showing up in a nurse's outfit for their date and meeting at the hospital? And that's where we're going to go. Well, she could have obviously said, too, that's the only way I can get away from my detail, from my security.
If I gotta do whatever.
So it was very clever as well. But yeah, another great episode. And it's just then the look of L on his face at the end, like
it just blows everything out of the water.
Everything he's been working so hard to get, she did already.
Well, I can't wait for the episode when we get the big reveal to see everything that Light had in place to kind of get him back to where he wanted to be. That's what I'm waiting.
Yeah, well, when is that coming? You know what I mean? That's kind of the question. I mean, I agree. You know, we know that Light is an incredibly clever, intelligent character. He's also was very overconfident and also very high on himself. But so you have to imagine, and we've discussed this before, that he had some sort of very elaborate plan to somehow re-educate himself on what was happening. But we haven't got there, and we don't know what was happening. This episode, interestingly enough, he started saying, well, I think along the lines of Kira. However, early, he was thinking along the lines of him as the early Kira. Yeah. Remember when he started, that's what everything was all about.
Yep.
And so I think it was interesting that, you know, earlier when we saw him like get the power, it was like more like that. It was like that power hungry. Like, how much power is enough? Oh, just a little bit more. Well, how much is enough? Just a little bit more. And the kind of the early justification he had for using the Death Note was, you know, criminals, the major criminals. Then he just went down the line. And then, of course, anybody that gets in my way, this FBI guy, he's got to go. Oh, his wife might find me. She's got to go. So it's interesting that he's, he's seeing that lineup. And I think that was a subtle or not so subtle kind of, reminder that, you know, if somebody handed you a Death Note, you might say, well, I could probably do some good with this. I could probably do some good with it. But would you stay on the straight and narrow path, or would you let its power corrupt you? Which clearly it did with Al. Look, Misa finding out about that was wild. And now she knows who Kira number 3 is. He knows that she was Kira number 2, and so now we have this interesting kind of, I don't want to say cat and mouse because it's not necessarily somebody trying to catch somebody that we had earlier on, but this kind of like protagonist, antagonist, I don't know who you want to call what, but this new interesting relationship. The fact that he mentioned he wanted to marry her so he could take out a life insurance plan and then use the Death Note.
How much more money do you need?
That was crazy. But look, the direction, like that's the interesting thing with this show is every time you think like, oh, this writing's really good. Let's continue on this story. They're like, oh, we're gonna add a new layer, and that was what we had here. We added a whole new layer of Misa now having not necessarily memories of being Kira number 2, but she knows what happens, or what happened rather.
Yeah, I mean that's what I guess maybe it was in the cards or something, and maybe I just didn't see it, or maybe I didn't catch it, and I don't know if you guys did. I just assumed that once Light touched his Death Note, everything would come back and he would know everything. That's what I thought. I don't remember.
But remember, this is just a sheet. This is just a sheet of paper. It's not the whole Death Note notebook.
Yeah,
so that's my wonder. It is that if and when he gets the whole notebook, it's like everything comes back.
Come back.
I don't know. I don't.
Right.
It's because like all she got touched with was a little tiny square of it, and like then she said, even though I'm touching with a page of the Death Note, she won't remember everything about me. So that's an interesting twist as well, because I just figured, as soon as you touch the whole notebook, it's all back.
Yeah. Yep.
You remember everything, but if you just touch a page, maybe then you just see the Shimigami, and then that's how you go. Because That was interesting too, because obviously Misa didn't remember, so like she was scared at first of Rem, and Rem's like, just hold on, little child, like you're
Little child.
hold on, hold on. I was your Shinigami at one point, you know. You and I, we used to do some work together, you know.
And then
so
told her everything,
and and basically, and then asked, you know, do you trust Light in a way that he's going to take care of you, which so far he has. I mean, like, say what you will about him like that with whatever their relationship ends up being, we don't know yet, but he does at least care for her enough that he didn't want her to go on any of those dates to get any more information, because he was worried probably she would get hurt. At least that's what he's saying.
Well, this version of Light.
This version,
the mind wiped version of Light cares. The other one just wanted to use her power, and then he was gonna take her out somehow or whatever.
Yeah, so that it is quite the interesting episodes so far. We cannot wait to get into more, because this show has been really really a fun.
And just sorry, real quick, but do we count on Misa to not like?
Nope.
Accidentally let the cat out of the bag.
That's another
See, that's
concern.
what I'm worried about, because I don't think so, because she loves Light so much. I don't think she's gonna do it.
I don't think it's like an accident, or we'll see.
It'll be interesting.
I mean, she did pull off a good performance in that interview / interrogation. She was able.
Well,
to,
she did after the first time. It didn't go so well, and L whap whacked her on the head. Is that what directors do in Hollywood? No, whap again.
Try again.
So, again, so much fun. Hopefully, y'all are enjoying it right along with us with our first time watching this. It's been so much fun. So, for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course Answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.
I gotta pull the headphones off because this intro is so banging on me. I don't want to be going to bed tonight with my ears ringing.
Yeah, it's just benching to this.
Get that tetanus in your ears. We're seeing some new folks here in the intro, it seems. I'm just not sure how I feel about that intro.
It's a little.
That was a good one. That'd be a good one for AOT.
Yeah. Guidance.
How did you get Higuchi to confess?
That guy's totally in love with me. Convince him that I'm the second Kira. If I didn't say this now, I'd probably end up contradicting my story later.
Oh.
You idiot! Didn't I tell you to deny all that?
But...
Whoops.
Look at all those sweets.
But right now, we still don't know exactly how he kills his victim.
I want to find out how he kills people.
We should be able to track 70% of their movements using our cameras.
Oh.
What if you focus solely on Higuchi?
Higuchi have super high-tech security systems.
Oh, that shouldn't be anything for you.
Yeah. There you go.
Just put them in every car.
Do you know how difficult it is to break into someone's... Do you have any idea of how many cars this guy has?
Yeah, well, he has 6.
I would have been in big trouble.
Is L even into this? Or is he faking him out?
Do you remember killing anyone, I mean? I don't. Please listen to what I'm about to say. Kira's power has somehow passed on to another person.
Oh, he's throwing it all out there.
Or was there someone else in control of Light? Was it that person who passed Light's...
Oh, that was intense. And I can't believe you just threw it all out there like that.
That's a lot, right?
You have to accept that they are impossible to catch. Not to mention, I'd already be dead. It's highly unlikely that such a being exists.
But wouldn't you say it's possible?
Wouldn't you say?
I feel 99% better.
You're allowed to have dinner now?
Dude, did you not eat normal food?
No, I think it's all sweets.
I'm going to trick Higuchi using Sakura TV.
Like a hidden camera show.
We'll book a 3-hour time slot.
We'll get Namikawa to call him and say, "This is bad. Turn on your TV."
Oh, yep, that's right.
So we'll be using Iber then.
We will not be using Iber.
Matsu!
It would make sense that Misa's manager...
Good thing you gave him a wrong name.
Yep.
Higuchi will probably realize from the announcement in the silhouette that it's the manager.
Oh.
Higuchi would feel cornered. We can anticipate what actions he'll take.
We arrest him. If Higuchi can kill by simply looking at someone's face, Die. At any rate, we're only going to do this once criminals stop dying.
All right.
Well, hey, you're the one that,
Why would he ever agree to this? Hell no.
he's the one that went through with it in the first place and went on his own.
No way.
They're not using his real name. He'll be fine.
Yep. Unless he's got the Shinigami eyes, which he does.
Can you see it through the TV, though? Even if you did have them. Can you see
Yeah,
it through the
because
TV?
Misa did it.
We're all cooperating with these killings because we're afraid of Kira turning on us.
That is a valid point.
Until the public finds out. This isn't going to stop until that happens.
Cracks are starting to form.
They always do.
Takahashi or Higuchi.
It's Higuchi, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got 6 cars.
I also invited Oe, but he said you can hold your stupid private...
Namikawa speaking.
Are you by yourself?
It's L.
Oh.
Whoa.
Tonight, I'm gonna catch Kira.
The end for Higuchi.
You know that it's him?
Great L can be tricked.
Oh.
Oh, the old. Oh.
I always thought he was. From looking at his face, I guess this proves it.
That was just because Light messed up.
I want you to contact Higuchi. Tell him to tune in.
All right, I understand. He'll be captured tonight.
When I marry Misa Amane, I'll have the Shinigami eyes.
Too bad you're not going to get that far.
Oh, Rem's like, bullshit.
Turn on the television.
One of those people is Kira.
I've got a lot of evidence to prove it too.
Chipmunk voice.
Elvin, Simon, Theodore.
Someone who knows about the meetings? Someone betray us?
And now there are only 7 left.
Ah,
Could be one of the other 6. Wait. Oh, it's him!
it's him.
Misa's manager. Matsui, that's his name.
He pretended to fall out of the apartment.
And what a risk that was.
He said that he continued to investigate Yotsuba.
We'll talk later.
We can stop if you want.
No,
I knew I was going to be engaged going into this. It's just for the sake of
Misa knows his face, so if she's the second Kira, she should know what his real name is.
I'm sorry. I can't come to the phone right now.
Oh, what the hell?
I've been debating for a long time whether or not I should make this announcement.
You're getting ghosted.
Yep.
We've all been there.
Cosme Misa, a devil.
Why don't you call your father in the House of Counselors?
No one believes this program.
No.
The guy revealed his face earlier.
Taro Matsui will soon be dead.
If I say anything, it'll reveal the fact that I'm Kira.
Where's Misa?
No, Mr. Higuchi.
I'm asking you where she is now.
That's what
Well,
we'll do.
that's private information.
I don't even know where she is.
Do you know if Misa's former manager was an entertainer?
I was only recently hired.
This is going exactly as I planned. It's almost scary.
You should be happy.
This is Higuchi from Yotsuba.
Stupid Higuchi.
Then what was his real name?
I think it was Yamashita. All right, no need for that kind of language.
Wow, if you're going to have this tone, I'm going to hang up.
This music is great too.
We're on our first company vacation in 2 years. If you want to know that, you can go in yourself and look it up. How's that? The personnel files are in the desk at the back to the left.
Oh, setting them up.
They're going to announce it at the end of the program. That means I have 2 hours.
He's grinding his teeth.
I'm in pursuit.
This is some really epic music.
I'll kill her. I'm not giving up until I have everything.
Mine.
Rem's just sitting in the back seat.
Yep. This guy's losing his mind.
Sound like Joker.
Oh,
of course.
I feel like we do that every episode. Gosh, this was good, folks. I mean, okay, first off, I'm not sure how I feel about the opening music score. It just seems pretty heavy for where we're at in the story. We're doing all this kind of cat and mouse and sleuthing and spying and trying to figure people out and having people make mistakes and baiting people and everybody has the inner monologue thinking in their head. I'm not sure if I'm feeling death metal for an intro, but maybe it'll grow on me. All that being said,
2007, different times, man.
All
different
that
times.
being said, look, this was another fantastic episode. I love how I did really enjoy how Light had that kind of slip up when he was on the phone with them and like, oh, well, that confirms it. Now I know that you think it's you think it's him. So that was really fun, and it almost showed a moment where, you know, Light was doing everything so well up until this point. He really hasn't, I can't recall him having much for minor mistakes or mess ups. He's always been able to kind of overcome them or, you know, make things work out for the better, I guess. And it was just nice that he had that little bit of a slip up. And I wonder if there's more to that than just our quote unquote bad guys getting confirmation of who this new Kira is. So again, I like where they're going with that. I just have a feeling they don't do anything by accident in this show, and everything means something given how good it's been so far. But look, Misa's able to do strange things to these guys, make them fall in love, and they'll just forget about everything and become very hyper-focused on one thing. And this guy is just taking the bait of everything they do. So I'm not sure if I don't think Weddy's in any danger. I think she'll be okay. She seems to know how to handle herself. But this guy, he's losing it. I got a feeling he's going to be locked up in the next couple of episodes probably, because just totally unhinged, being very irrational, essentially blowing his cover on the phone. Like, okay, if you were the production company who put the show together and this guy calls you and says, who is this guy? I gotta know. Tell me. Give me answers. You're gonna be like, all right, man, just like relax a little bit. What's your problem? I'm on vacation.
Relax, guy.
Just relax, guy. So I found that really interesting with how unhinged and just at the end of his rope he is. So that's going to be really interesting going forward. And I also really like, let's talk about kind of the big moment here, I think, for the series, was that Elle basically said, so, Light, you know, I'm thinking you were Kira and your power got taken away from you and now you don't remember. Or do you think that happened? Or how do you remember any of the killings? Do you remember any of that happening? Like, pretty much just laid it out there, essentially what the truth kind of really is. So again, I want to see how that plays out as well, because nothing happens by accident in this series. Everything means something, and that's why it's so good. So banger.
To me was everything is going according to plan. Well, yeah, so far it is. I think that's almost telling.
You should have knocked on wood.
Well, yeah, that's telling Elle that basically everything Light has done has gone to plan. So that means he possibly could have been the Kira, because everything he does was going to plan. And as Elle has thought, in that he's the only one that could match him going toe to toe.
Wits with him, yeah.
So maybe him doing the slip up. I think now you'll see maybe Elle will let the reins back on Light, and he'll get back to his death note, get back to what he's doing, and then hopefully Elle can get him to slip up again like he did to the businessman, telling him, oh yeah, you guys know it's him, and they're like, well, we do now. Real quick story. That's we had fun doing something at somebody's house, and they said you did it, and we denied it, and then he said, well, my wife saw you do it, and then, oh, you caught us. And he's like, I was lying. We had no idea who did it. We just figured it was you. Nothing illegal.
Oldest
it was
trick in the book.
But oldest trick, but it works. And so it's funny that how in this, even with as smart as Light is, because he has shown how smart he is. I mean, he was studying part-time, with what he was doing as the Kira, and still like knocked it out of the park for his testing scores and stuff like that. So for him to have a slip up is, I think, the biggest part of it. Mm-hmm. But yes, you were right also with Elle ask him, well, are you sure? And then he had that inner monologue where he's going, well, maybe if it was, maybe he did this, maybe he did that. I'm 99% sure. So we've seen it fluctuate from as high as 99% now all the way down to what, like 93, 94?
Something like that.
Something like that. Let me know in the comments, because I remember at one point it was like 97 too. And we're having so much fun with that. But look at Misa comes in clutch in the last episode. Now this episode, that whole plan comes together. And man, It was nice to see Elle eat some normal food instead of just sweets the whole time.
It was all sweets, wasn't it?
No, I thought that was sushi there at the end.
I thought it was some kind of candy because when he squeezed it,
oh, geez, I thought that was actually like sushi or something. I was gonna be like, look at it, he's finally having normal
candy
food
the whole time.
But anyways, as always, great episode, and like they really did a good job with this one because usually they leave you with kind of a cliffhanger, like, oh, what's going to happen next? With this one, we're in a chase scene, so it's an even nicer cliffhanger and different than their cliffhangers they've left before.
And
into it.
I feel so sorry for the folks who had to wait a week in between episodes because, gosh, when they're only like 22 minutes,
it's fast,
you feel like you're just getting into it. They're telling you the story, and then now you got to wait a week.
And I mean, in Japan, it was in March of 07, and over here it was in 08, and we still had to wait a week. They had it all done already, but we still had to wait a week.
Yeah, still had to wait. Yeah,
some people got their NordVPN. Say their Netflix is in Japan.
I'll tell you what.
2006. I don't think they were streaming.
Yeah, I don't think they were streaming yet.
No, I think they were doing the CDs.
It was still DVDs. Yeah. Look, I'm going to be honest. I don't mean to be a buzzkill, but I'm still a little bit hung up. Like, even if they can figure out who it is, like theoretically, how do you prosecute somebody based on evidence? These people are dying, and you're the one causing it. Like, a good lawyer is going to be like, you don't have any evidence, none. Yeah, was I at any scene of the crime? Oh, so you're saying I have
supernatural?
It's still the Death Note is a supernatural thing. So you would have to convince a court, you'd have to convince a jury or a judge. I'm not sure how things work there, that the supernatural ability exists, and it's just a notebook. You just write a name in the book, and people are 86. You'd have to provide proof. So that's like,
Your Honor, he will write your name in the Death Note to prove that it works.
That's a big
defense rest.
That's a big hangout for me. And the writing has been so brilliant. I'm sure
maybe Elle operates outside the normal law, and they don't need to go through a judge.
He's above the law.
Anybody seen light? Anybody know why light? But in any regard. Yeah, this one was pretty crazy. Yeah, dude, Higuchi, you might as well just tell everybody that you're Akira freaking out like that. Oh my God, like going nuts, calling the guy. Yeah, go to the office and get it yourself. Like, why do you have to know? And it's like, I get he's panicking because he doesn't want to be found out. But like, dude, you're giving yourself away.
Right.
You know, you're pretty much giving yourself away. When is Elle going to take off the handcuffs? You know, I mean, come on. These guys have been linked together with what appears to be a 6 or an 8 foot chain for how long now? And I don't know. It's a little crazy. It seems like Elle is getting more and more eccentric as this goes on.
Feels like he's getting worse as his theories are falling apart.
Well, I think it's interesting, and maybe they have that because we used to see him kind of sit and drink his coffee, and now he's having these trays of things brought in, and I'm wondering if the longer he has to go on these cases, and the more tricky they get, if he's becoming. I don't know if the neurotic is the word, but his own behavior is becoming more and more erratic. Like I want to handcuff myself to you. I mean, look, they kept Light and Misa like locked up for how long? And Misa was blindfolded for a while.
Right.
I mean, like doing some pretty messed up shit, which reminds me, he probably is operating outside of the normal law. But yeah, another really fun episode watching Higuchi pretty much lose it. Interesting enough, now other people that he works with know for sure that it's him too, which is going to be interesting because now they have to be like on their like super up and up with him, knowing that if they cross him at all,
if he gets away,
that he could take them out. So, I mean, that's like, hey, buddy, how you doing? Yeah, whatever you need. Can I get your coffee? I mean, he knows your name. He sees you all the time. You're quite literally at somebody else's mercy 24/7, and so your behavior around them would have to change. It creates a whole, like, look, they keep adding layers and, all this dynamics and all these things. And last episode, we get Misa and they're talking about marriage, and she gets him to admit to her. And now his coworkers know who he is. So it's like we just keep
adding layers.
Well, they
I'm
said
just
they-
wondering what Rem is thinking in the back
in the
seat
car
of
with
the
that
car.
shot.
Because like that's where they ended on was
Rem did not look excited about who has the Death Note. Although, look, are you ever going to be excited about who has it? You know.
Well, and they made it sound like they're going to arrest them, Higuchi, tonight. So
when he gets to that place, I think they're going to take. him
that's
out,
when the
so.
trap
We
is
shall
set.
see.
So
We
How you gonna
shall.
How you going to prosecute
We
him?
shall.
Don't need to.
Beanie
on the next episode.
Well, it's got the code. It wouldn't be a B&E even.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been a lot of fun. Hopefully, y'all have been enjoying it as much as us because this show is amazing so far. Appleton Oak, Mason Quinn. I'm of course the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.